Hey everyone, I've just got this Gan 10x10 mosaic delivered today from Speed Cube Shop, so big thanks to them. Too excited, no messing around, just going to go straight into it. So inside the box, we've got the standard kind of leaflet that nobody looks at, so we won't bother. Nice piece of protective paper for the cubes and 100 3x3 cubes. It just kind of feels so nice to begin with, but it's got these two little plastic tabs here. So I'm assuming this will be to hopefully lift them out. Yep. So something in the box which we'll have a look at in a second. So first of all, size-wise, if you compare these to standard 3x3, you can see size-wise this is roughly, I think it's around 30 centimeters long. So space in the house or anywhere you want to use it is relatively small, which is a good thing, rather than if you imagine 10 3x3s next to each other, it's kind of going to eat up a lot of space. So the cubes themselves, let's just grab one out. So you can see they've all got this kind of small imprinted Gan logo in the center, which it does look good, but for anyone taking pictures like myself, you can see if you catch it in the light, it could give you a slight different shade, but I don't think that's a big issue for most people. The cubes themselves, like the quality is really good, like the tiles, you can see they're just, like the colours, they just do a checkerboard. The colours are quite deep but bright at the same time, so they stand out really well, which should look good once the mosaic's finished. Quality wise, it's quite light to turn, easy to turn. I don't think you're going to get much corner cutting, so they will have to be lined up quite well. But apart from that, do a quick solve just to see how it feels. So yeah, that actually doesn't feel too bad. So doing, even though it's small, doing 100 of them on one face shouldn't be an issue. Again, the quality of these, like the equal space, and if you were to buy, say, some cheap cubes for around the same price, or some bigger cubes that are cheap, so these work out roughly $1 or so per cube, a little bit more. Like the stickers would be all over, there'd be a mess. These are really spaced out, as you can see on here, very even. So that's a huge bonus for that. So let's have a look at the frame itself. So we're going to have a closer look at the frame now. So I'm going to take all of these off so we can have a look at the frame better. So we can see these little spiky prongs and figure out how good of a job they do. Okay, so cubes everywhere. As you can see, the frame has these little tiny spikes, stick up maybe 6mm, 7mm or so. So their job is to pretty much hold the cube or cubes in position. So this should keep everything nice and straight. I know sometimes you can see bigger mosaics where the cubes might be a little bit wonky like this when they're stacked up and don't look great. So this way, when they're positioned correctly on here, you can see it keeps them nice and tight, nice and straight. So also on the back is, I believe this thing popped out. Not really sure what this is for. Possibly to scrape them off in bulk. Not really sure. This looks like, there we go. So this pulls out and you can set this to different angles. Not sure if you can see that very well. So depending on what angle you want, you can just adjust it this way. So it does look like it would go fairly high and the pieces would still stay on. So let's have a quick test. Yep, look pretty sturdy. And there is this little tiny tool. So I believe this is the tool. So when you've got all your cubes on, say you wanted to take this piece off without disturbing the rest, you should just be able to push that in and lift it up like that. Right, so that's kind of cool. So it goes on quite firm, but it's not difficult to take off, but it's definitely sturdy enough to be able to pull cubes out from the middle. So say you've done your mosaic and you've made a mistake on one of the cubes, you could just pull out the individual cubes. Or if you're going to do some kind of stop motion, which I probably going to do, you would want to change maybe 3 or 4 different pieces at the same time. You could just use this tool, push it in, pull that one piece out. So overall, from Gan, the price, first of all, this is a Gan product, and the price is, I think, very, very good. Like, just look at the quality of these. You can't beat this price, the quality for this price, and for Gan. And the frame, and if you do get a bigger frame, another magnetic frame, I believe there's magnets inside so you can actually attach a second piece. So this is a 10x10 one, and you can also get a 6x6 as well. I'll post some links in the description below. And if you use discount code The Duke, you get 5% off your order as well from Speedcube Shop. So we'll pop all these back in and we'll make a quick mosaic of, we'll go for the Gan logo. That was really easy to get all the pieces back in. I've put it up on the stand. We can use this little piece to see how easy you get the parts out. So far this is going really fun. You can see the pieces are just staying on great. I could put one piece back in there and it just stays there. The alignment's great. Cubes turn fine, there's no issues using these. They're easy to turn, there's no pain with fingertips or anything. Really fun. Gan also have on their website, which if you check the description I'll drop a link. They've got various pictures that they've already pre-designed that you can follow along with as well. So that's worth checking out if you're not sure about designing your own.